Antarctica, located at the south pole of the Earth, is the fifth largest continent on Earth. About 97% of Antarctica is covered with ice, and 90% of the entire world has ice only in Antarctica. That is, it is the coldest continent in the world. The average temperature of Antarctica is minus 28 degrees Celsius, ranges from minus 60 degrees Celsius, which sometimes even reaches minus 90 degrees Celsius, due to which this huge snowy desert, covered with a 5 kilometers thick ice sheet spread over 1 crore 42 lakh square kilometers, is the most desolate place on Earth. This icy continent was discovered for the first time by humans in the year 1821, and it is surprising that despite being 40 times bigger than Europe, no human lives on Antarctica. There could be a reason behind this. Antarctica is only because of its temperature. It is not only because of the temperature that it is so uninhabitable, but for the last 1 century, we humans have been continuously doing research on the icy rocks of Antarctica, and during this time, many such questions related to Antarctica have arisen in front of humans, which make it one of the most dangerous places in the world. For example, during a research in the year 2002, researchers heard some mysterious sounds coming from a rock in Antarctica, which were not normal in any way. Similarly, in the year 2016, in a satellite image, some such pyramids were seen on Antarctica. Similar structures are also visible. When they were looked at more carefully, it was found that the length of each side of these structures was equal, and in appearance these pyramids were very similar to the pyramids of Giza. The shape of these pyramids of Antarctica is so perfect that it cannot be natural. It could have been made only by humans. But now the question here is that when no human can live in Antarctica, then how were these pyramids built? And after all, those mysterious things coming from the rocks of Antarctica, what were the sounds? Let's find the answers to all these, and also know about some surprising discoveries made on Antarctica. Number 6. During the exploration expedition in the year 1911, Australian geologist Griffith Taylor with his team, when he reaches Antarctica, he discovers a very scary thing. During this expedition, Griffith discovers a glacier in Antarctica from which blood was flowing. Instead of water, blood flowed from this glacier and no one knew about it. What was the reason behind this fall? This mystery kept the scientists trouble for the next several decades, but later in a research, it was found that there is a dam filled with water below this fall, and the interesting thing is that the water present in this dam, it is 3 times more salty than seawater, due to which it never freezes despite such cold, and iron is also present in this water. So when this water comes out of this glacier, it reacts with the oxygen present in the air, forms red-colored iron oxide, which makes it appear as if blood is flowing while falling down from the glacier. Number 5. In many archaeological researches between 1980 and 2000, archaeologists found some very surprising skeletons from Antarctica. The skeletons were of giant creatures like dinosaurs Mojosaurus and Plesiosaurus, which lived on Earth about 7 million years ago. These skeletons found in Antarctica were surprising because scientists believed that Antarctica was always covered with ice, but this huge body and tongue could not have lived in such a cold place, which means that millions of years ago, Antarctica was as normal as the other continents of the Earth. With the discovery of the skeleton of this huge creature, it is now confirmed. It was said that Antarctica was once normal, but scientists believe that as the end of these creatures like dinosaurs and Mojosaurus came near, Antarctica became icy and humans could never live here. But during a research in the year 2014, archaeologists, something very surprising was found under the ice of Antarctica. Under this ice there was a human skull, which was proof that once upon a time, human civilization existed in Antarctica. Another surprising thing in this research was that the skulls were very different from normal skulls. Their size was quite long. Some similar skulls had also been found many times during excavations in Egypt and Peru, which was probably an indication that Antarctica was not only inhabited by any human civilization. In fact, they were also in contact with ancient Egypt and other civilizations of the world. Number 3. In the year 2014, a team doing research on Antarctica comes across a satellite image, seeing which these scientists are shocked because in this image the Egyptian pyramids on Antarctica. There were some pyramids that looked like this. Initially, The researchers thought that these pyramids might have been naturally formatted, but then when they were studied closely, it was found that each side of these pyramids is 2 kilometers wide, whereas the widest part of Giza is 2 kilometers wide. No side of even the Big Pyramid is more than 750 feet wide. That is, these pyramids are bigger than the pyramids of Giza, and the shape of these pyramids is so accurate that it seems that they were not made by nature but by humans. About these pyramids, another surprising thing is that their structure is very similar to the Egyptian pyramids, which indicates that the humans living here were not limited to Antarctica only. In a research conducted by a German geologist in the year 2017, it was revealed that during the last ice age 11,000 years ago, Antarctica was not completely covered with ice. There were forests here and humans also lived. Number 2, about 97% of Antarctica is covered with ice and people are present under this ice. There are 400 huge lakes filled with fresh water. These lakes are so big that about 60% of the world's potable water is in Antarctica alone. That is, it can be said that there is no shortage of water in Antarctica, but the reality is the opposite. This is the driest continent. It is an icy desert where one yearns for even a drop of rain. The world's driest place discovered so far, Magma-Dew Dry Valleys, is also present in Antarctica, spread over 4,000 square kilometers. This valley is about 320 kilometers. Winds blow at the speed of 1 hour per hour, due to which not a single drop of rain has fallen here for the last 20 lakh years. There is neither snow nor water in this valley. It is completely dry. Number 1 in Antarctica. Every year, several thousand large ice shelves spread over a square kilometer area break and go into the sea. This all happens due to the increasing global warming. Therefore, to study this, a team of scientists has conducted some ultralight observations on the Rose ice shelf located in the north of Antarctica. Installed sensitive sensors, but from these sensors the researchers heard some very surprising sounds, like there was some vibration in the shelf, and some strange sounds could be heard from inside it, and surprisingly these sounds changed every time. Now this thing sounds very strange and mysterious, but when it was looked into further, it was found that this vibration and sound in the shelf is produced due to the cold winds blowing on Antarctica and the direction of these winds. These also keep changing as they change.